Welcome to Spiritual Success, the podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia Stant. As a dedicated student of metaphysics, I have skillfully honed my intuition, mastered the art of meditation, and cultivated a disciplined spiritual practice that has led me to become a multi-seven-figure top sales producer. Today, I work with thousands of business professionals, entrepreneurs, and their teams to up-level their sales game and create magic in their business and life. On this show, you will see that all success truly happens when you authentically align with your intuition. So come, be vulnerable, be open-minded, and allow success to pour through you here on Spiritual Success. Hello, successful souls. Okay, so this is a special episode. I know I say that like every time, but it is special. This one is going out to somebody I truly care about. I am her biggest cheerleader, and at the same time, I don't mind kicking her in her hiney because yes, you guessed it, she's one of my clients. I shake all of my clients with love because I see their potential. I know what they're capable of, and I can feel those higher callings just waiting to emerge through them. And it is my job to make sure that we get them to higher levels of success. So this episode is really special because it's going out to Katie. Katie, thank you so much for reaching out and, saying that this is something that we're still working on together. So you believe other people can really learn from it as well. The thing that Katie wanted to talk about was really not getting attached to the outcome. All right, so let's talk about this. We're thinking a lot about manifestation, right? We know that we are creators. Nothing is happening to us, it's happening by us for us. So we are using law of assumptions. We are doing affirmations. We are doing declarations, even better. We are, really doing all the doing, but we also know we need to surrender. We need to surrender and allow these things to come through. Because thus far in this podcast, we talked a lot about how masculine energy, the doing aspect, is literally half of the equation. Then we need to create the room and allow the feminine energy, the flow of the universe to work its magic. Because you go first, the universe responds, right? So here's the thing. What are you doing in this time? You're imagining. You're using the law of assumption. You are feeling the energy. You are twisting and changing and creating that frequency change where you become the person who's receiving. What does the woman who is the multi-seven-figure brand, what does she do? What does she say? What does she think? How does she act? Right? Become in alignment with who that person is. And that's again through your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. But the thing is, get there and be surprised. Have fun with it. Don't call it like how you exactly want it. You need to say, this is what I'm wanting, or something better, or something more. This and everything else that can come with it. Because if you call what exactly it is, you're going back to square one and walking around with blinders. You're walking around with blinders and you're going to miss it because it's me right in front of you, but you're saying this is exactly how it needs to be. The thing is, you have to understand that there are concepts in this world that as a human being, you will never understand. It's just not possible. You can understand the physical plane pretty darn well. When it comes to the mental and spiritual planes, this is where faith comes in. This is where connecting to your inner feminine beast, your higher self, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to label it as, this is where trust comes in. So if you are saying something has to be exactly the way it is, that means you're claiming that you know better than God, universe, or source. Sorry. It's your human little brain. You do not. I do not. I am not perfect. I don't know all the answers, and I'm okay saying that. And I guarantee I love you so much, but you don't either. And saying that you do is going to build resistance of you actually accomplishing it, of achieving it, of receiving it, of accepting it. You need to make sure that the outcome isn't something you're attached to. You can have fun feeling it. You can have fun playing with it. The more you want something, though, the more you're going to push it away. Have fun with feeling it, then let it go. Let it go, right? When in doubt, turn to Disney. The thing is, if you want something, you want something, you want something, you want something, what are you doing? You're not owning it. You're not claiming it. You're not saying that it's yours. If you keep wanting something, you're not allowing it to leave you and to go out and find the like frequencies to come back to you, the like vibrations. This is why a lot of people, they earn a lot of money. And once they earn that money, they don't keep the flow of the money going and they end up losing it all. If you want the outcome to be what you can imagine and so much more, you have to let it go and not have an absolute expectation of how it must be. You have to have trust. You have to have faith. And that seems scary to a lot of us. It makes us feel vulnerable. But what do I always say? Please, 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 if you only listen to one thing today, vulnerability is your biggest superpower. Vulnerability is your biggest superpower, which means it could be scary. But is it scary or is it exciting? It's up to you. Remember, you're the CEO of your life. You're the shot caller. You're the visionary. You are the one that labels everything. So if you're not labeling things for you, you could be labeling them against you. Is it an opportunity or is it an obstacle? The last thing as women that we like to happen is be disappointed. So stop setting yourself up to be disappointed by having an expectation of what the outcome must be. Let it go and have fun with the process. Enjoy the ride and know that whatever happens is what's meant to be. So when it's right in front of you, don't look at it like it's not right. Of course it's right. God doesn't get shit wrong. Okay? And if you think it is, we need to do a lot of internal work. We need to really work on the thoughts in your mind. We need to talk about the ego because you are not your ego. And your ego is not your amigo, right? And your thoughts do not define who you are. Quiet your mind. Listen to your inner feminine beast. She has all the answers. And just know that you know how to do everything. You don't need to necessarily learn more. What you need to do is unlearn a lot of the things that have conditioned you, like expectations about having disappointments define your journey and the momentum that you have in your life, about needing things to be exactly the way they are and having control on everything. If you go out in nature and you look around in nature, nature runs in harmony. Everything is exactly the way it should be. Circle of life, right? A lot of Disney stuff today. But the thing is, we are like that too, but we have something that's so much different. We have this ego, we have intuition, we have a higher consciousness, but it's having consciousness about your consciousness that will make you different. Allow yourself to be kind to your human. Shut your thoughts off. Do not have expectations. Do not be attached to the outcome. Have fun in the process. Apply what we learn here. And just know that if you're doing all the doing, you need to step back and surrender and allow the rest to happen. I once heard someone said, if you have an appliance running, right? You can't keep checking it to see if it's working. Otherwise, it's going to shut off. Once you get it started, keep feeding it, keep allowing it to happen, and just know that it will exactly the way that it's supposed to. So, Katie, my love, thank you so much for the suggestion today. Again, if you're somebody who's like, hey, this was dope, this was super helpful, I wanted a podcast dedicated to me, for sure. I would love to. All you have to do is come join me inside my Facebook group, the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. Get in contact with a member of my team. Right away, you'll have a welcome message sent to you. Let them know, hey, I listened to the podcast and I would love an episode about, you name it, and it will happen. That's how I roll, okay? So make sure you know that you can do that. I'm happy to dedicate any episode to you. Also, we have lots of amazing workshops, a lot of free content, especially just for members inside that group where I am helping you to raise up and to level up in all areas of success. So I will see you there on the inside, and say it with me, listener, because you know I love you. Ready? Acknowledge it. Embrace it. See it through. See you later, successful souls. Hey, successful soul. Before you head to the next episode of Spiritual Success, be sure to come join me and other like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals in my Facebook group called Spiritual Success Sorority. Everyone is welcome. And if you're loving the show, you're going to love the group even more. There, I'll be engaging with you weekly in live shows, listening to your input for new weekly topics, and hosting exclusive workshops for members only. So if you're looking to really up-level your financial and personal success, meet me on over in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. See you on the inside.